Hey guys, welcome to Algos Explained. This is David Kim, and here's a first look video from Code Wars Level 8. If you want harder questions, go ahead and check out my other playlists. As numbers go lower, the problems get harder. And so, first look is when I haven't seen the problem before, so this is the first time I'm seeing it, and you get to kind of see my process of going through algorithms. And so this one is called Convert Number to Reverse Array of Digits. Level 8, so I'm expecting it to be on the simpler side. So it says convert number to reversed array of digits. Given a random number, C# long, C++, unassigned long. We are in JavaScript right now. You have to return the digits of this number within an array in reversed order. And so that is going to that. And the way I'm thinking right now is we are going to have to flip it. We're going to have to put in an array, or two things that we have to do mainly is one, we have to take this input of a num and make it into an output of an array. And the second thing that has to be done before that is pretty much reverse those numbers and kind of split it up. And so let's go ahead and if we're going to take this n and separate it into digits in an array, I feel like the simplest way is to make it into a string first, because going from a string to an array, that's super simple. We have the split method, and so going from the number to a string, that's also very simple because we have two ways to do it, and I'll show you both ways right now. If we let num equal this guy, this guy, and we're going to do type of to just make sure, num, so that's a number, and we are going to do type of, and we're going to do the string conversion in here. I'm going to show you both ways right now. Num plus just an empty string, and this could have been something else too, but that would then change what it was. So if you want to simply just change it from a num to a string, go ahead and add it, this guy, and that'll work. Let's make sure num is still a number, and now we're going to do the toString method, the toString. Boom, and now number is a string. So those are two ways to do it. One, just to add an empty string to it. The second way, to use the toString method, and we're going to use the toString method here. So let's go ahead and call this num, and let string num equal num dot toString. And what we're going to have to do from that is let string num array, and we're going to have to change it to an array. The best way to do it is probably splitting it, and we're going to split it on the empty string, which will pretty much go look at the number or look at the string, and everywhere there is this, it's going to split it on that. Pretty much it's going to take this to this, except not reversed. One thing that is different right now is that this going to this is not exactly what we have right now, minus the reverse. Right now we have a string, or we have an array of strings. They might want an array of numbers, and so, and I could tell because there's no quotes here. So I mean, it doesn't say. Maybe it does. Maybe it's implied in this one sentence, but I'm going to take it from the fact that there's no quotes here, and we're going to have to either reverse it first, or we're going to have to make these into a number first. And let's go ahead and just reverse it first. And so let's just call this digitized. Digitized equals string num array dot reverse. Cool. So that should have reversed it now, and at this point we should go in and change all those. Everything in the bucket is a string. Let's go ahead and change it to a number with the parse int method. And so we're gonna, since we have to look at every single one in the array, we'll use a for loop to do that. 0 I is less than digitized dot length I plus plus. Okay, cool. And so now digitized of I, it's going to equal the parse int version of itself, digitized of I. And we're going to return digitized. And so before we do this, I'm pretty confident, but never hurts to check. And so our num is already that. Let's go ahead and just run these guys over here in Node to see, do we get what we expect? And so now string num, we want to see this number, but just as a string. And that is exactly what we're getting. Let's go ahead and take the next step over here. And now we want to see this number, or this string inside an array, and singly every number in its own bucket. And so string num array, let's see if that's what we have. And that is exactly what we have. This, however, even if we just reverse it at this point, it's not exactly this answer, because right now everything here is string. But I think I went ahead of myself. The next step is to go ahead and reverse it. So digitized is the reverse version. So it looks very close to this guy now, what we are expecting to get back, except every single thing in here is a string, and everything in here is a number. And so let's go ahead and run this for loop. Boom. And now let's look at digitized. And there we go. See how there's no quotes around here anymore? These are now numbers because we did the parse int on every single one. Every single string that we had, we made it into a number, and we stored that value right back inside that own place. And so I'm pretty sure if we run this guy, let's go ahead and attempt it and submit it if it's good. There we go, we passed 42 tests. And so if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and check out my other playlists if you want harder questions or if you just want more questions. And I'll see you in the next one.